Okay, so you are welcome to this online class as we are starting with our first module 1. This is Mr. Simeon Ajumobi from New Horizon. I will be your anchor for this for this Python programming language, and I'm going to be taking you from the beginning to the end, from the beginners to the intermediate, from the intermediate to the advanced. And trust me, before by the end of this class, when we have this ride, I pray it's going to be smooth. At the end of this class, we are going to be everybody's going to have a very deep knowledge about Python programming language. You're going to have a very deep knowledge about Python programming. So to start with, I'm going to tell each and every one of you right now on your system to download the two apps you're going to be using for this Python program. The first app we're going to be using is what we call the Python compiler itself. We're going to be making use of the Python compiler, and the what you're going to be using to write our code is VS Code. That's Visual Studio Code. So to download the Python compiler right now, everybody, you go to Google and you search for Python on Google. Please, if you can't see my screen any longer, let me know, please. Okay, I'm with you.
Alright, so the thing is, I joined the physical class before, but I couldn't continue anymore because I
You joined
the
you
physical Python class.
okay, you joined the from physical Python class. Okay.
Yes,
Many of us here. Okay, many of us here. Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. Your network is a little bit
I've
breaking.
downloaded Python before. Can you hear me, sir?
Your voice is breaking seriously.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you. Oh, please hold on for me. Please hold on for me. Give me a minute. Hello, sorry, I'm back, please. I'll just try to calm down the situation in this place. It's getting a little bit out of hand, so I need to calm it down. Sorry. So I'm hearing you, ma'am.
Okay, sir, I have Python. I downloaded when I was in
O-
physical class.
okay, no problem. You can still join us in this. There's no problem
Is
about
there
that.
anything I will need to download?
No, it's Python program compiler is the same thing everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. So once you notice that my own is different, you can follow me because a lot of programmers have different way. Some of them used to download PyCharm, some of them used to use some other method, but me, I use VS Code and just for programmers to start from scratch. So everybody, if this one is there from the one you have, just download this. If it's different, because this is what I'm going to be using for my class. But if you think you are comfortable with what you have, then no problem as far as you can run Python. Okay, so
Alright, no problem.
for everybody to start to get a Python compiler, this is what you do. You search on Google and type download Python. That's just all you put. Download Python. Don't put any version, don't put anything. Okay, then you see download Python. The very first link, download Python in python.org. Download Python in python.org. So when you click that, if you are using Mac, I know some people can be using Mac, some people can be using Linux, some people can be using some kind of any kind of thing. So just go for your own distribution, either Windows, either Linux or Mac. And if you're using any other one like Python on Raspberry Pi, Python on any other thing, you can check on if you're using another method, but I guess most of us that we are joining here online, we cannot have more than we cannot have more than Windows or Linux or Mac here, and I'm sure it's going to be Windows and Mac mostly, or possibly all Windows. So click on download Python 3.12, and this is it, and you can download it. It's just 25 MB, and you can download, which I've already downloaded. And the next one is going to be for, let's go to Google again for VS Code. Please, you need to know how to install Python and VS Code. They have a way you can install them. Possibly maybe somebody can share their screen, and I will guide the person on how to download it. So, and how to install it rather. Okay, this is the very first link you're going to click. You're going to click download Visual Studio Code for Mac, Linux, and Windows. That's what you're going to click. About ìbá ọmọ yìí jẹ́ gan-an, kò sí privacy kankan mọ́, Kíkẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí mi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, ó tún ń pòṣè mọ́ mi, mo dẹ̀ tún ń bẹ̀ àwọn yòókù tẹ̀ tí sí ń sọ kí ni, ó tún pé òun nìkan ló rùdù ní gbogbo wọn. Owó ló ń gbà láàyè náà, owó ló ń gbà láàyè, kò lè gbọ́dọ̀ sí wọn náà lẹ́nu mọ́. Àwọn pípù yẹn ń sọ pé àwọn ń gbọ́ pé voice yẹn ń pọ̀ nsàlẹ̀, wọ́n pé láwọn ń gbọ́ bí mo ṣe bẹ̀ wọ́n ń kàmàrà, àwọn nìkan ló ń pariwo tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n ń pariwo nílé onílé. Bí mo ṣe wà ẹ̀ gan, bí mo ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gan, ó yẹ kí gbogbo ọ̀tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ máa lọ ni. Are we together? Are we here? Okay. Click on download for Windows 10 and Windows 11. Download for Windows 10. Don't go down to all this place. Just click on download for Windows 10 and Windows 11. Then it takes you to this page and it will pop up downloading. Yeah, it will pop up downloading. It's 95 MB. So let us try and download it. Then once we are done downloading, the next thing we do, I have it here already. This is the Python and this is the VS Code, the recent one, Python 3.12.5. So when you want to do that, you double click this. You can double click, you can right click, you can press open. I already have it, that is why it's telling me to upgrade now. So I'm going to be clicking on upgrade now. Oh, there's something I'm supposed to choose. That's what I'm saying, I already have it. It's just going to upgrade it for me. If there's anybody who has downloaded it, I would like you to share your screen. I'll stop sharing my own screen. I'd like you to share your screen so I can guide you. There's something you must choose. There's something you must choose. Possibly maybe I should go to repair in my control panel. There's something called add Python to path. Add Python to path. You must choose that. If you don't choose it, Python will not run on your system. You must choose add Python to path. Let me see if I can bring that functionality out after it's done installing. So is anybody downloading right now? You've already downloaded it. Oh, now, okay, right click. Okay, can you right click on your screen and right click on the app and choose? Can you share your screen? I would like to see the movement. Let me stop sharing screen so you can share your screen, please. Okay, share your screen. Let's make sure you share your entire screen. It's going to be your download. Just go to press Windows E on your system. Okay, you need to share your screen, right? There's a word on your app that says share. Under the mic, after the mic, the start video, after the start video, participants, chat, reaction, there's a share button. Yeah. Okay, I can see your screen now coming on. Yes, nice one. Please hold on. Don't do anything yet. Hold on. I want to capture your screen here on my system. Okay. Okay, yes. Okay. You're ready? Your download right now. Right click. Okay. Can you see add Python exe to path? Tick it. Okay. Go back to install now. Yeah. Okay. What I should have done is customize. Wow. Your system is so fast. Wow. I'm envying your system. That's great. Now you can close it. Close it. You can't see it. Check your screen very well. Somebody said they can't see it. If you try to open it again, you will notice that that option will not come. That option will not come. So double click it again. Let's see if we can customize it for them. Okay, look at modify. Yes, that's what I'm supposed to see. There's scroll down if you can see add Python to parts. Is there anything you can see? Okay, press back. Press back. Go to repair. Okay, it's just repairing. Okay, it's supposed to be add Python to part. I hope he saw it. Maybe he should also share his own screen also. He should also share his own screen. Can you see this repairing is taking time just like mine too? I think the repairing is taking time. It's not about system. Okay. Please, can you see his screen now? Please. I'm going to be using his screen to teach so I can start my class immediately. Please. You can minimize this. Minimize this. It's going to take a while. Let's go to, yeah. So let's go to VS Code. No, don't minimize that. I need that one next. I need that one next for VS Code. Right click on VS Code. Yes. And choose open. Okay. Click I accept the agreement. Please, everybody, you need to see this place. It's very important. If you don't look at this place, it will not work. Can you see his screen, please? Okay. Okay. Click on next. Then click on next. Watch this place next. Click on next. Okay. Click on next. Okay. Tick every box here. This is very, very important. Open with code. That second one is very, very important. Add open with code. So now when you tick everything, then you can click on next. Yes, click on install. So once Python has installed on your system, there's something you can do to know that Python is installed on your system. So while you are installing, you can close everything, you can close Python. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to open everything when you start. Okay, so you can stop sharing screen and let me go back to my stuff. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, sir. Okay, that is how my own Python is still installing. So while the Python is still installing, let me continue with the class. If anybody is lost, the person can try to get the recorded video and um, zoom back to that side or forward back to that side. So let me go from the start. I don't like talking too much in Python class. I like talking straight to practical. I'm already feeling like going straight down to practical right now. Okay, so what is Python? What is Python like? Most of us here, we are already in computer science, bioinformatics, PWD or PWS. PWD actually means something in cyber security. Present working directory or print working directory, PWD. You use that command in Linux when you want to know if you hack into somebody's system. where are you, what is your current location. That's pwd. So what is Python? Starting from scratch, like I told you, I'm going to do as if nobody knows anything here. So Python is a high level programming. We have three type of programming language in school that they taught us, or let me tell you guys right now. We have low level programming language, we have assembly programming language, and we have high level programming language. What is the example of low level programming language? And to the glory of God, I was a little bit fortunate to write some little low level programming language while I was in school. Then I was fortunate to write some of it. So let me write how does programming language, low level programming language looks like. There are programming languages that are written in zeros and one. Okay, if I write something like this, it has what it means. If I write something like this, it has what it means. And if I write something like this, it has what it means. If I write something like this, it has its own meaning. This is an example of low programming language. You have to convert every numbers, every alphabet, every symbols to direct understandable machine language that you don't need to um, give an interpreter to the system before it can understand it. So when I say, what is this? This is plainly 9. This is 9, the number 9 in decimal. This is actually 3, and this is 12, the number 12, and this is the number 1. And some people will be saying, how do I know this? I know it because if you actually divide this number, this 9 or 3 by 2, that's base 2, you will notice that these are the numbers of time you have it. So 2 in 9, definitely you're going to be having 4 remainder 1. This is low level programming language. When you have 2 in 4, you have 2 remainder 0. When you have 2 in 2, you have 1 remainder 0. And when you have 2 in 1, you have 0 remainder what? Remainder 1. Thank you. And that is from down up. So we call it 1 0 0 1, and that is what we have here. That's what we have here. And if I want to do for 3, that is what you are going to have. If we are going to do for 12, that is what you are going to have. So this is low level programming language whereby we use the direct understandable binary numbers of zeros and one to understand, to write programs in a box sheet. So that is low level. Then we have assembly language. Assembly language, I was able to write little of assembly language also. Assembly language is a kind of language that you write with little of alphabet and little of text, such as word like this. If you want to tell it to accept a number, you say jump equals 2 or 3. You can say jump 1 equals 4. You can say add equals 3 plus 4. You can say out. Then you would say add. This example of assembly language, sometimes it does not make sense to you. What is the meaning of jump? All these things are telling you that keep a memory space called jump, keep another memory space, add 4 into it, and keep a memory space called add, and add 3 plus 5 or 3 plus 4 rather, and output it, and output whatever you have in add. Or some people can even say return. return, yeah, that is to output it. So this is being so cumbersome. People are still saying we don't understand what this person is writing. We want something we can read as if we're writing English language, and hence come languages like Java, JavaScript, Python, C sharp, C plus plus. But people are flocking into Python too much because of what it can do. So that is what you understand by Python is a high level program whereby you can say words like this. If you can say words such like this as if Tope is a boy, then print Tope is a male. You can say print Tope is a male and it will understand it and give it and say what is Tope and say Tope is a boy and it will tell you, oh, the gender of Tope is a male. That is now what we call high level programming. So it's also popular for its object oriented programming language, that is the OOP, such as a program that can create a class and accept an object, like human being is an object and can accept some attributes about the object. When we get to the advanced part of it, you will see it. So who created it? It was created by Godeo van Rossum and was released in 1991. It is used for web development, like I earlier said, for server side like Django. It's used for software development like PyQt5 and ThinkTar. It is for mathematical calculations. We are going to be doing a lot of it. And it's used for system scripting, a lot of just scripting and solving algorithms. So what can Python do? Python can be used on a server to create web applications. It can be used alongside with the software to create workflow. Python can connect to database systems. It can also read and modify files. Like in Django, there's an inbuilt SQLite that comes with it. As you are creating your interface, there's an automatic SQL program that is being written out for you automatically. So Python can be used to handle big data, such like our sister who wants to go into she wants to go into what does she want to go into again? Big data science, bioinformatics. Just like our sister that wants to go into bioinformatics, Python can handle big data and perform complex mathematical functions such as algorithm, sorting algorithm, comparison algorithm, coefficient relationships, and so on and so forth to analyze data, predict, and do a whole lot of things. So Python can be used for rapid prototyping or for production ready software development, game development, cyber security, and so on and so forth. So you can read more about Python. So now everybody, let's go into this. The syntax for Python. So Python uses new lines to complete a command as opposed to the other ones. So when you want to write a Python program, you can write a Python program and you are going to get your output in a new line. It compiles program line by line. So when there's an error in a particular line, it will stop, it will not compile it and tell you to go and correct that error before you can move on. We are going to be encountering a whole lot of errors in this program and we are going to be solving it together. All you just need to do is just to look at what kind of error is it pointing out to you. We have three types of error: the semantic error, the syntax error, and the analytical error. So those are the things, those are the kind of errors that we have, and we are going to be coming through a lot of errors like this. We're going to be coming through a lot of errors like this: the semantic error, the syntax error, and the analytical errors. So now listen, everybody. Let me give you an example of errors. Let me give you an example of errors here. So now looking at this, we have, like I said, we have the syntax errors. All these things you need to know it, so I will not go back to it, so we'll be able to troubleshoot errors. These are errors due to syntax, misspelled English language, like you want to say print, and you say parent like this or something, or there's a part that you're supposed to put double equation, double equals to, but you put a single equals to. There's a part you're supposed to put a column, you didn't put a column, or you put a mistake, you put a semicolon. All these are syntax error. They are error due to grammatical or symbol errors. So it can just tell you, I'm expecting an equals to here, I'm expecting a new line here, I'm expecting a closure of brackets here. So that's it. We have semantic error. These are error due to logic. Please hope the computer science guy is vibing right now. The computer science guy, are you with me? Hope you are following this. I'm bringing in computer science right now, so you can see this is error due to logic. For example, when you are going to be encountering a lot of that, for example, let me give you a real life example that I myself I used to fall into. When you are calculating a kind of thing such as student results, and we're going to be doing that also, student results, and you already said that for you to say the student passed, possibly maybe jump, the students had to go beyond 200, and the next thing you are giving the computer that the student scored 135, and this 135 you are not dividing it by 5. Please everybody, what kind of answer are we going to be having? We are going to be having a particular kind of value such as maybe 23.4. And you know, it does not make sense to have 200 divided by 23.4. Can you see it's an error? So definitely is either we come to 200.0, or we call this what? 23. Direct 23. And if it's 23.5, turn it to what? 24. So it's an error due to logic. When you are trying to divide an integer by 0, 353 divided by 0, it will tell you that I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't do this. And we have analytical errors. Please don't forget this, because we are going to be coming into it. These are errors due to misuse of syntax or misarrangement. Okay, now when we are going to be doing this now, sometimes analytical errors could flag up in your program. You'll be seeing red in your text editor, but you'll just be shocked that the program will still run. It will still run, but going forward you might encounter a particular kind of what we call a wrong figure, a wrong value. You can encounter a wrong value. There's no value that is coming to my head now, but when you say, if when you write something like this, that if someone is 18 years old, you can say if the person is 80 years, the person can enter the club, maybe a night club. You now say else, or you can say if the person is above 18. That is, if the person is what? If, let me say, if someone, watch analytical error please, is greater than 18, the person, this person can't enter the club. Now let me do something here. let me do this arrow. This is a very big error. Equals to or greater than, there's nothing like that. It is greater than or equals to. Do we get that? Greater than equals to. So I'm commenting a lot of blunders here. So this is an error, analytical error. If so, the person is greater, the person can't enter the club. Now you have to say else the person can enter or can be pardoned, can enter the club. Please, I'm explaining o, but can't take alco alcohol. Now everybody look at this. This, while writing this, you know that even you yourself, you're already having a kind of headache already. Logical errors, as in this program will actually run if you write your program very well, but it will give you wrong answers, because by the time you enter 17 years and there's no kind of syntax to test that, it will just keep printing the person can enter the club. 10 years the person can enter the club. Even if the person is greater than 18 years, you tell you the person can enter the club. It will run, but there are some wrong analytic things inside of it that is going to be giving you wrong answer, and those are not good program. So you need to watch out. So it may not stop your program from running. The program could actually run, but it will have what we call wrong answers. So those are what we call analytical errors. Please hold on. Okay, so those are what we call the errors due to all those kind of things. So Python uses new lines to complete a command line, as opposed to other programming languages which often use semicolons or parentheses and every other thing. So when you want to go to a new line in Python, you don't need to use semicolon like JavaScript. That's one of the reasons why it gets me angry a lot. I don't use all those kind of nonsense things in this one. Even the place you're going to be using it, it actually have a meaning in Python. A semicolon has a meaning. What do we call it now? A colon has a meaning. We're going to be getting there. I'm going to tell you the meaning. A bracket has a meaning. It has a word, an English word. So Python was designed for readability, like I said earlier, that you can read Python words like an English statement or sentences, because it's high level and has some similarities to English language with influences from mathematics. So Python likes working with figures. Python is very, very good. I can even tell you that Python is more smarter than calculator. So Python relies on indentation. There's something called indentation. There's something called indentation and using white spaces to define the scope, such as the scope of loops, functions, and classes. So there's a lot of white spaces we're going to be making use of, such as when we're writing. That's why I say you should download VS Code. It will help you in tabbing and every other thing. So in this tutorial, Python IDE, that is integrated development environment, is what we're going to be using. It's not going to be PyCharm, it's going to be VS Code. So to check if you have a Python installed on your Mac, Linux, or your machine, then open the command, open your CMD. This is the first thing, everybody should be doing this right now. Open CMD and press enter. Then you are supposed to be having this on your screen. You're supposed to be having this on your screen. And what you need to do is to type Python -version. If this one brings out error, it means you don't have Python on your system. If it brings out the version, it means Python is fully stored on your system. So I'm running Python 3.12.5. The latest Python is what I'm running, and that is what I just installed now. So you can click, I'll press exit, and that means I have Python and I'm good to go. I'm good to go in this class, and this is 3.12.5, as we can see that. So we don't need to test the version of what do we call it now? We don't need to test the version of VS Code. We just need to go on. Let me go. Okay, let's move on. We have checked the Python version. Programming algorithms. An algorithm is a precise sequence of steps to produce a result. A program is an encoding of an algorithm in a language to solve a particular problem. So, to the computer science student, algorithm simply means step-by-step instruction of solving a particular problem or task. I repeat, an algorithm is step-by-step program or step-by-step method of solving a particular kind of task. So please don't forget, all these things are very important. You understand? Please, do you understand? We are going to be doing that. Algorithm is a step-by-step pattern or method of solving a particular task or problem. Like if I tell you you are sleeping and your eyes is closed, you are sleeping and your eyes is closed, and I tell you go and make garri or eba for me. Please, what is going to be the first thing you are going to do? And you are sleeping and your eyes is closed. What is going to be the very first thing that you are going to do? Who can tell me that? The very first thing you are going to do is going to be nothing but you are going to first of all open your eyes. You are going to first of all open your eyes, because you can't close your eyes and jump out of the bed and say you want to go and make eba, and the next thing you put up bowl and get hot water. No, you open your eyes, you stand up. Some people that prays can pray. So these are the process and the protocols for you. You can't just open your eyes and meet yourself in the kitchen. No, it does not work that way. So algorithm means when I give you a problem, very soon in the next coming class, I'm going to be giving some algorithms that will make you to say, some problems that are going to make you think twice, writing an algorithm before you solve it. Like when I give you some word problems, a lot of word problems, solving mathematical problems with Python, there is no how you write the algorithm first. There's no how you write the algorithm first before you now continue. So that is what we call algorithm. You really need to know more about algorithm. So while we work in this class, I'll teach you how to solve Python using algorithm. So I'm happy about this. A Python program looks like a book. It reads from left to right and top to bottom. Each command is on its own line. A user types in Python program in a text editor or development environment and then runs the program. So you're going to be typing a Python program in a text editor, you're going to run it. Now let's go into the lab. Please, you are going to go into the Python now and work with Python ideally now. So to get Python right now, the first thing you're going to do is to go to IDLE. Search for IDLE. You're going to be saying Python IDLE. But people call it idle. I don't like calling it idle. It is IDLE. That's Python IDLE 3.6. Press enter. So we're going to be doing one or two things with it. We're going to be seeing the interface of Python. We're going to be seeing the interface of Python, how it actually looks like, and how it works. This is exactly how it works. This is exactly how it works. This is it. You can see some things here. This thing is the command, the CLI, command line input. That this is where it gives an output, such as when you type on 5, then 6, enter, it gives you 6. When you type on 78, enter, it gives you 78. When you say 1 plus 45, it gives you 46. When you say 145 minus 456, it gives you minus 311. Now this is to tell you that this is how a Python read things, but you can't be writing program like this, such as, okay, let me do something. Let me see if I can output hello here. Okay, you can see there's an hello coming out here. But is this how I want to be writing a program? Like, yes, you are finding it difficult to open your IDLE. Just click on start and type IDLE. That's all. This is it. If you install it well, you'll definitely see IDLE here. Have you gone to your CMD and you've typed Python space hyphen version? Did you do this? If this is not working, it will not work. If you're not seeing Python 3.12.5, it will not work. Did you see anything like that? Did you respond? Please let me continue with the class. Put your eyes on it while I continue with the class. So I want people to enter something and say we want to write a program that will accept two or three numbers, and I want to add these numbers together, and I want it to be something like they can enter the number of their choice. So for me to write the program, I need to write a program to print it on the screen and say enter your first number, such as maybe 10, enter your second number, such as maybe 23, third number like 56, and I'll say add everything together. How can I write a Python program that say add everything together? Let me see if this would work. 10 plus, I just want to try something, 23 plus 56. If I press enter, then I now say print add. Let me see if it will work. Oh, it worked. It worked. 89. Let me see if I can increase my screen better so you guys can see what I'm actually typing, please. Let me debug. If I can zoom. Let me see if I can increase. Well, I don't need to waste time here increasing anything, sorry. Let me just go. So this does not make sense. This does not make sense to writing a big full stack program. We need to use an editor. So I'm closing this. We need to use an editor. Don't worry about what I did. You can just practice what I did. And if you didn't write anything down, you can try to get this video and write it and check it also, and you would be able to get one or two things there. So let's move on. So what we are going to do in running a Python program is that you're going to be creating a folder any place, such as your documents or such as your desktop. So I'm presently on my desktop right now. And I'm creating a folder name called Python Online Class. And I'm creating a folder here, and I'm going to be calling it. What name should I give it? Anybody have any suggestion? Should I go NHS Python class? Is this okay? Is this okay? Can I go with this name? Okay. Okay, thank you so much about that. They're going to be having more folders and folders inside. So you're going to open the folder. This is your step of running your Python with your text code. You cannot write a long kind of program language that it's going to be like over 1,000, 5,000 lines. Either already written, you want to edit, because there's nothing bad in editing existing code. Even till now, you can download the template and build on it. The knowledge is what is required. So you're going to right click and you're going to be seeing something like this. It's very, very important. You're going to be seeing something like this. If you are not seeing anything like this, you can't work with it. So you're going to right click and see open with code. Open with code. It does not have any shortcut. Open with code is open with code. So you're going to click open with code. Please remind me when we are getting close. I think we're having like 30 minutes more. So I don't want to bombard it too much. That is why. So when you see open with code, there will be a pop-up on your screen like this, asking you that do you trust the files in this folder. Just put on tick the yes, and tick yes, I trust the authors. Then when you have yes, I trust the authors, you can click on new file here. Here, click on new file. I hope you can see this. Just hover your mouse over this and you see something like a new file. Can everybody see this? That's good. Don't worry, I'm still going to be increasing my screen font in this. So click on new file, and the first thing you do is people like saving Python file, like when you are building a website, especially using HTML and CSS. It's called index.html, right? Right? Index.html. Index. Everything is called index. And CSS is um the first file in CSS is style.css. But when it comes to Python, you can give it any name .py. So it's going to be me. I'm going to be going with saying main.py. You can see the logo changed here as main.py. So I may not even use main.py. If I like, I can change it to something like first class, because we're going to be writing a whole lot of first class. So I'm going to be calling it hello. Yeah, hello, are you calling me? Is anybody calling my attention, please? Or am I too fast? Thank you so much. So when you click on new file and you save it and you type hello.python, do you want the reason why I'm typing hello.python is all what we're going to be doing here is to see our test skills, to see how we can run Python on our VS Code. We're not going to be writing any complex program here. So going forward, we're going to be writing more complex program, giving it more complex names. So if you click hello.py, you're going to be having something such as the welcome screen, the welcome page, and the hello.py. So you can actually close this. You can actually close this. Close it. So let's have hello.py over here. Now, to run a Python program, you must type a Python syntax inside of it. So hold on, my bad. So we're going to be having hello.py here. To run our first program, which I'm going to be using mostly, most of you could actually run your program by having this play button here, run Python file. By having this button here, but we're going to be using a code to run the Python file. So if you want to have this play button here, there's something you have to come here. It's called extensions, and search for Python here. Search for Python and you see the one that has the highest download by Microsoft. It has over how many downloads? 135 million downloads. The other one has 44 million. So the one that has the highest download is what you should install. I've already installed it that you are seeing uninstall, disable and restart extensions. So I've restarted it. You are going to be seeing installing as your first button rather. So you can do that, but if you don't want to do that, because I'm not going to be using it most times, I just like having it there. I just like having it there. I don't use it. This is it here. We're going to use it, but it disturbs me a lot, so I don't like using it. So now let's write our very first Python program to confirm that our script is actually working. Now, the syntax to output anything from now to any time you are going to finish your Python program, the syntax to output anything on your screen, on your terminal, or even to display it on any window is the word called print. Is the word called print. You open a parenthesis. Parenthesis stands for function, and you put a string in it and you write hello world. That is the very first thing you write in Python. And you can click on this play button and see if it runs. If it does not run, there's something wrong, and the terminal is coming on now. Terminal is coming on. Terminal is coming on. Let's see. I hardly use this play button because it allows me to move my mouse every time. You can see it's trying to work. Yeah, it's trying to work. Yeah, it has worked. Can you see it now? It has run the program. Let me increase my font so you can see very well. Is this okay? Is this okay? Now everybody, let me clear the screen by using the term CLS. CLS is what you use to clear screen. Press up arrow, the code comes up again. Press up arrow again, it tells you to don't make use of this. There's another way to run your code instead of using this play button. Please, I would like to go over this again. To run your Python file, anything you need to write on your screen in form of a string of anything, you use the word called print. Open a bracket and put something inside. This is a string sentence. Hello world. That is to tell you the very first line you write in a programming language is hello world. If it's JavaScript, you'll be seeing console.log, then you'll be putting what you want to write there, console.log. But if you want to be in Java, you'll be seeing print line. You see system something, system output, and you'll be putting whatever you want to print. But Python is the easiest. Print, put your double apostrophe or single, they work the same way, and type whatever you want to output and say hello world. I put an exclamation mark, and instead of me pressing a play here, which I've installed using the extension called Python, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to be using the best way to run your Python program, which is going to be control prime or control tick, and that is from this extension. When you go to terminal, you see new terminal. This icon here, this symbol here is called tick. Is always the first key before your letter 1 on your keyboard. Is always before your letter 1 on your keyboard. So press control tick, your terminal will come up. Control tick, then this is the terminal. I'm clearing this off. I don't like all this long thing. Yes, this is how we're going to be running our program all through the class. So I'm going to be running this. And how do you run this using a Python terminal? Please, let me call in something for you guys. Some of you can know this Python. After this class, you go to cybersecurity. This is how you type in cybersecurity. Use command line. If you want to install anything, you use pip install Then you can put your script, whatever script you can. Pip install nmap. Use nmap for scanning. Pip means Python installer package, is the meaning of pip. Python installer package. Please install nmap. Then it will begin to install. Okay. So I'm going to be using Python. How do you run a Python program? Please, you run a Python program by typing the word Python space the name of the file .py. Who can tell me the name of the file? The name of the file is called hello.py. So I'm going to be typing Python space hello.py. Press enter. Then you're going to be seeing hello world. Very neat. Very, very neat. Hope you got that, everybody. Hope you got that. Thank you. So I want to give you guys the very first class task, and give me 2 words here and say, hello world, my name is so 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 and so. I am learning Python programming from in New Horizon, and my instructor is Mr. Simeon, in different line. How can I do that? I can say, hello world, my name is Mr. Simeon. I am the instructor of Python online program. I'm only duplicating. There's a code you use in VS Code to duplicate. And I'm happy. I'm happy to be to be your instructor. Okay, if I run this, can anybody remind me how I can run this program? It's so simple. All you just need to do is just to go to control tick. That is the key before letter 1. Sorry, is it letter? I will not go school. It is the key before number 1 on your keyboard. Control tick. Then you see a terminal comes out. Then how do you run your program? You will type Python, the name of the file, hello. Oh, what's this? Sorry. Python hello.py. Press enter. Then you can see this. Everyone, hello world. My name is Mr. Simeon. I am the instructor of Python online program. I am happy to be your instructor. That is it. That is it. That is just it. So I'm going to be giving you a class task now. I'm going to be giving you a class task. This is your class task, everybody. So I want you to write a Python program, and I want to know the first person to finish. That's okay. Sorry, let me go. I'm going to teach you this. I'm going to be teaching you this very soon. I'm going to be teaching you guys this very soon. Don't worry. Just let me use it to take my class. So I will not use it to waste my time. Okay. Write a Python program to output to the screen output to the screen. Okay, the following information. Okay, number 1, what is it going to do? Let it greet the time you are presently. Like it's supposed to say good morning, good afternoon, or good night. After greeting, it should print on the screen to say, my name is type your name here. My name is this, and type learning learning Python in, oh sorry, my keys are jumping. I'm learning Python, like the way the Canadian calls it, Python. I'm learning Python in an online class led by Mr. Simeon. That's just I want to see you print on the screen. I want to see the first person to solve this. Okay, your time starts now. And this is 8:48. And you guys only have 3 minutes. I will stop you by 8:49, 8:51. This is 8:49 already, and it's already counting. 8:52 is the last deadline, and when you are done, share your screen. Let me see. Have you guys started? So this is your class task. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. First person to finish will get a gift. Are we on? Are we on? I'm hearing total silence. Are we on?
Yes, I'm working.
That's good. Mr. Chizoba, Mr. Samuel, I'm not hearing anything from you. What about Miss Alaba? You're not talking. I'm waiting.
I'm here, I'm working on it.
That's great. That's great. You should have been the first person. I'm rooting for you. Don't fall my hand. You've been in an online class before. Once you are done, just tell me done, and you share your screen. Then you teach us what you did. So this is very easy. Like I told you, you can start using algorithm to start writing all these things. I'll be bringing in some little concepts, and I want you to know that. Please watch this. He said, write a Python program to output to the screen the following information. Let it greet the time you are presently. You can say print. I'll start making it complex now. Print. Let it greet the time you are presently. I'll say good evening. Please, if you know any programming language and you are good at it, once you are done, go and learn Mavis Beacon teaches typing. It's very important. Okay, so you can be fast in typing. You don't need to look at keyboard when you are typing. Though I didn't use that, but I was able to get my way around it. Thank God to Symbian phone. So let me say thank God for Symbian phones. Okay, I said you should tell us greetings for the particular time we are presently, and then after that you should type what your name is. So I know some people would say they want to come back and say my name is such as like what I did in the up here. I would say my name is and type your name here. You can say my name is Mr. Simeon. Then you can pick it again and do this again and say I'm learning Python online class led by Mr. Simeon. So all these kind of things are the things that I want you to see, and one way or the other that I want you to see how you can run this. That is the main thing. So I'm going to be making this one, I'm going to be commenting it out now. I'll teach you that one already, don't worry. I'm commenting it out. So I'm commenting it out that all this will not run, this will not run, only this would run. So like I told you in my class, I am going to be permit me, I'm coming, hold on. I'm going to be using a particular kind of method when it comes to a particular kind of things that I'm going to be doing here. Hold on, please. Excuse me. So I'm going to be saying good evening, Prince. My name is Mr. Simeon. I'm in learning this thing, and I said we're going to be using Control Tick to run the Python code. I'm going to use Control Tick to run the Python code, and you're just going to say Python hello.py. Press enter. I'm going to be saying good evening. My name is Mr. Simeon. I'm learning Python in an online class led by Mr. Simeon. So I'm going to do something here, everybody watch. Imagine, no, I will explain that in the next class. Let's even do something first. If I click this and say good evening and I put backslash n in a single quote, let me check if it will work here. It works in other method or kind of things. Let me see if it will work here. I told you we'll be encountering a lot of errors. CLS to clear screen. So let's run this code and see if it's going to print something. Wow, it worked. Now everybody look at this. Good evening, Mr. Simeon. Good evening, I'm learning a Python online class. Mr. Simeon, what did I just do here? This backslash n means break it into two lines. It means goes into two lines. That's why I said I'm going to perform a miracle for you. Instead of using that long method, I will just say name, or I'll just say, okay, let me go for name. I can't use such words. Thank God I'm seeing all these errors now, so you guys will know what is actually going on. Look at this. I'm going to say lecturer name. Lecturer name equals to Mr. Simeon. I've already saved Mr. Simeon into lecturer's name. So I'm going to say good evening. I'm breaking it the line. I'm looking for the task. Let's greet presently. My name is, you know, say my name is. You can now call in the name such as you can now call in the name such as lecturer's name here. Let me use the simple one before I start using the big one. My name is I want to do something. Lecturer name. I'm learning Python in an online class led. I will explain everything led by instead of Mr. Simeon. Instead of Mr. Simeon, I'll put my name here again called lecturer's name. Lecturer's name. Let's see if this would run. Then if this run, let me break it here. I'm breaking this. Please don't feel as if it's too complicated. I will explain everything to you. Control. I'm going to clear screen. Let's run if it runs. Okay, yeah, I'm happy about these errors. Even this thing I did now, I've not done it before. So I just know we can do something like this and happy. Let's look at what I told you. I purposely did all these things so you can see what I taught you regarding errors, syntax error. Look at it to tell you what the syntax error is. It said unterminated string lateral detected at line 15. Unterminated. There's something I wrote, I didn't terminate it. Good evening was terminated. Then there should be a comma here. New line, there should be a comma here. My name is a comma, lecturer's name a comma, this one comma. Then let's see, do we have a bracket at the end? Online class lecturer's name. Let's see if it makes sense. Sorry about it getting, I'll just see if it works. Okay, don't let us waste our time. If I keep troubleshooting this, you don't understand what I'm doing. Let me tell you what I'm doing here. I can do lecturer's name is Mr. Simeon. I can say print, instead of putting Mr. Simeon here again, everybody, I don't need to put Mr. Simeon here again. Do you know what I'll do? I'll just say print lecturer's name. And if I print that out, I'm going to be having something like this. I'm going to be having Mr. Simeon. I'm going to be explaining all this later. So we can bring all those kind of words out. If I say my name is Mr. Simeon, I can just come here and put string here. I say my name is, I'll just leave this one. I put a comma. Do you know what is going to come out to everybody? My name is comma lecturer's name, because I've saved Mr. Simeon into lecturer's name. So if I run this right now, control tick, and I say hello world, this is it. My name is Mr. Simeon. Can you see that? I don't want to go too hard on you guys. If I keep troubleshooting that, you don't understand what I'm doing, and I don't want it to be as if I'm doing something that I already know and I'm not carrying you guys along. What I just did was that, imagine you're saying let A equals to hello. You now say output A. Who can tell me what will come out? Who can tell me what we'll see on the screen in our output? Definitely hello will come out on our output screen. Going forward, you understand me putting why I'm putting this. You understand why I'm putting this, and you understand why some of them I'm not putting them or something like that. I will explain it better, but I'm only just teaching you how we can know that our file is running. How we can know our file is running. That is the thing I'm trying to make. So please, everybody, also put this down, and after every class I'll be sending whatever file we use, so you can go through that file and read it. So what I did in recapping, we have gone past our time, is 9 already. So I think we are going to be finishing by 9, right? So listen to this. To every words, sentences, that are not numbers in Python must be enclosed in what we call a double quote or a single quote. It should be in what I should be talking about. Please permit me. You can say a double quote. You can say a double quote, and this is what we're actually focusing on, how we can print. But I want to go further than that and see basic rules, case sensitive, and every other kind of things. I want to go into it. I want to see indentation. No, I'm not talking about indentation now. Comment. That is what I was doing at that time. So I'm going to be teaching comment now, and I'm going to be teaching variables exactly. So now everybody, let me work on comment. Comment can be used to explain a particular Python code and can be placed anywhere in your code. Comment enables you to make your code more readable. Comment can be used to prevent execution when testing code. For example, comment can be used to prevent a particular place for execution. Everybody, how can we write a comment? I think it's better I start a new I start a new what do we call this now? I start a new um, file. So let's do this. New file. I'm going to be calling this comments.py. So I'll be taking it one by one. What are comments? Comments are the things you don't want the compiler to see, but you that you're writing the program, you want to see those stuff. You want to see it yourself to understand. For example, you can do something like this. Lecturer name equals to Mr. Simeon. Now, beside it here, you can put a comment there. Look at a comment starts with hash. You can say I'm saving the lecturer's name as Mr. Simeon. Do you get that now? Who can tell me what will happen here? Anybody have an idea of what is going to happen here? Thank you. Thank you. You are trying to comment the importance or the usefulness of this number one. That is what it means. You are okay, let me use this word. You are making a comment. Are you getting me now? You are making a comment, and to write a comment, a single line comment, you use the letter hash. Some people call it pound. Some people call it hashtag. But in a programmer don't call this sound pound or hashtag. It is called hash. So a single, okay, let me use the whiteboard, please. A single line comment starts with a hash sign. That is per line. You can write it in the beginning in Python, but when you need a multi-line comment, starts with a three apostrophe, 1 2 3. Let me put a space so you can see. Three apostrophe and ends with a three apostrophe and ends with a 3 apostrophe, such as this. That is how it does. So everybody put this in mind: a hash for a single line and 3 apostrophe for multi-line. But that doesn't mean that you can't repeat writing hash, 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 hash. You can repeat it, but it's not going to be beautiful. So everybody look at this. I'm saving let me do this. Okay, now you can put a comment beside it, and you can also put a comment above what you want to write down, such as something like this. Here goes the function to calculate in his salary in dollars. Please guys, I'm earning in dollars, so I'm calculating in dollars. I don't know naira. I don't know about naira. I don't know what condition it is. So here is a function that calculates in dollars, the salary in dollars. So what you're trying to say right now is that whatever thing I write down here, whatever thing I write down here, you are saying, you are talking about Mr. Simeon's what? Calculation of what? Salary. But what about if I'm trying to do a whole lot of things beyond this? I have a lot of stories to write. I'm going to start with 3 apostrophes. This is it, like this. Anything you write here, you know all this HTML code. When you type lorem times 20, you have 20 words of lorem ipsum. So if you say lorem ipsum dolem metsut this that, come here, write a lot of things, you have a multi-line comment, it will not be run. So if I say lecturer name equals to Mr. Simeon, I'm saving the lecturer name as Mr. Simeon, and you have a whole lot of things as an instruction for yourself, and you come back and say print lecturer's name. All you are going to be seeing is Mr. Simeon. All you are going to be seeing is Mr. Simeon. All this will not work at all. You will not see. So everybody, I'm no longer running hello.py, but rather I'm going to be running comment.py. That is Mr. Simeon. What about all this nonsense we have typed in it? Why is it not showing? It cannot show because we have commented it out. So when you are coming into software development, mostly you comment a lot of codes out. You will definitely comment a lot of codes out, and you'll be needing comments a lot. You'll be needing comments a lot. So talking about comments, I'm done with comments. I want to go into a higher level of adding data types in Python into our print statement. Now, everybody, somebody is thinking over there, and I'm hearing it, saying that how did Mr. Simeon knows he needs to put lecturer's name inside here? Everyone, anything you want to print is always the value on the left hand side of your equals to. I come again. Everybody, anything you want to print is always as the left hand side value of your print, of your variable statement that you declared. So you can't print Mr. Simeon, no. If we have lecturer's name equals to Mr. Simeon, you have lecturer age equals to 30. Please, you can't print his age and print 30 here. No, no. You are going to be printing the variable that is holding the value. I will come to variable shortly. Now, you are not going to print 30. No, it does not make sense. Even though it's wrong, it's a analytical error. Because later in the future, when you write a bigger code, there's going to be a problem. What I'm going to be printing rather is the lecturer's age. So when you print this and you print comments, you're going to be having 30 as the lecturer's age. Hope you are understanding me. I need a response. So this is how you write a value. I'll tell you how I come with this value and how I'm saving these words. I can simply type age, type name, and begin to say one or two things, but I need to write out a lecturer age, and I'm having a small letter starting and a capital letter in between, and so on and so forth. That's the one I love most using, but I'll explain it to you. So everybody put it on the left hand side of your hand that you are having. Everything that you're going to be printing out is going to be on the left hand of the side of your equals to. You don't print what you have on your right hand side. So I'm going to be giving you guys a class work now before I move into what I want to do with my print. Yeah. Let me write something making sense a little. Let me write something called do we get that now? I just feel like I should write something meaningful in that place. So now everyone, I'm going to be moving into some higher ways of writing something meaningful in Python, and I'm going to be giving you a classwork to do that again. Now watch this. Should I explain variable first? Should I explain variable first? Okay, I'm done with Python, and I told you, let's recap. Python can be used to explain Python code and can be placed anywhere, such as this, and I use it to explain what is happening here, and such as the one I kept on top of this place to explain some things that this is going to be writing a function to calculate the lecturer's salary in dollars. Comments can be used to make the code more readable. Yes, it can explain a lot of things. Comments are placed here in learn everything. So it makes your code much more readable, and also this makes your code much more readable. And I forgot to tell you that I was saying you can also comment out multiple lines. You can also comment out multiple lines with hash also. Let me give you an example. Let's assume we have lecturer's age, lecturer's salary, and we have um lecturers, I don't want to use wives. Let's say we have lecturers laptops, because I like a lot of laptops. I'm never tired of laptops. We have lecturers laptops, and his salary is over $30 million per annum, and his laptop is over 300, maybe 400 laptops. Now you want to comment all these things out. You don't need it. You don't need to come here and start using this, since they are line by line that makes sense and have what they are doing. All you just need to do is to put a hash sign here, a hash sign here, and a hash sign here. Don't stress yourself about putting it one by one like I did. There's a shortcut to doing this. That is why I love VS Code more than PyCharm. I repeat it. I love VS Code more than PyCharm. is because of nothing but the shortcut in it. Now I want to comment this place out. Let me give a comment line here. I'm going to be typing. So everybody watch. To comment this one out, I can highlight everything I have here, and I'm going to be pressing on my keyboard control forward slash. Forward slash is the key before the shift key. Is the key before the shift key. So I'm going to be doing control forward slash. Can you see what happened? You see this still went yellow. It's telling me I've commented a lot of things out. I've commented a lot of things out. Now, some of you can see some analytical errors. It's giving me a yellow warning sign that there's an error, there's a problem in this file. That's analytical error. What is the problem? I want to print out lecturer's age. I want to print out lecturer's age, but the compiler can't find lecturer's age anymore. It has been commented out. That's why it is yellow, giving you a warning signal that actually your file will still run, but there's an error that is going on that you need to take care of. That is why it is yellow and it is not red. An error that will not make it to run at all will be red. So if I uncomment this one out, control forward slash, the error goes off and I can print the age. Now, do you understand this now? The error goes off and you can print the age. Do we all understand this? So I can move on to advanced method of printing. Please, are we together? And you understand it, Madam Alaba? Are you understanding it? Like everybody, please, are you getting this concept? That's why I'm not fast. Please, if you're not getting it, let me re-explain. I'm ready to re-explain, please. Are you getting the concept, please? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Now, let's go into a more complex way of using our print function. A more complex, or let me say, advanced method of using print function. That's one thing about me, class. I'm really sorry. It is true they might have sent you. Let me pause my video for this. So for purpose of recording 6, function is known as an open close bracket. An open close bracket, as also in Python, colon also has a meaning of it has a meaning in Python. So whenever I mention function, I'm referring to a open and close bracket, such as we have a length function. We're going to be doing that in string manipulation. We have split function. We are going to be doing that. We have we have impute function. We are going to be doing that. So we have a whole lot of things. We want to write. So we have a upper function, upper function, and we have a lower function. Do you know what an upper and lower means? When you want to convert a text written in lower letter to upper letter, or anything in upper letter to lower letter, we also have a title case, a title function. So everybody, this is not where I'm going. I'm only telling you that open close bracket simply means function. So let's do some advanced printing functions where you can actually print one or two things and it can actually make sense to the world that this is what you want to say. Now everybody, let's go. Now I wrote something up here. Let me bring them down here. If I say, please, should I increase this font or is it okay like this? Is it okay? Are you seeing it well? Thank you, sir. So advanced printing functions, I can do like this. I can say, everybody, let's declare this. Let's declare this. So I'm going to remove the comment by control forward slash. Can you see that? I've removed comment by control forward slash. And I want to say his name. My lecturer's name is Mr. Simeon. And okay, let's do this. Let me write it first. Okay. I'm going to write a sentence now. There's a game you can create with this thing. There's a game you can create with it. But I don't know if I can remember the name. I will let you know. Okay, let's write a long function using all these words inside of this place, and it will print out on the screen. So I can say, hello, please hold on for me. Double quotes. That person is owing me 1,000 recharge card.
Okay, sir.
Yes, a double quote. Thank you. And now to write, I know of a man. His name is Mr. Simeon. It's going to be I know of a man. His name is. Please, what is going to follow this, please? Who can tell me that? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You can do it. A comma. God bless you. I'm impressed. You're also owing me a 500 recharge card. Now, that means you are getting that. A comma. After getting a comma, who can tell me what will be here to make Mr. Simeon come out? It is,
Lecturer's name.
thank you, lecturer's name. Lecturer's name. I want to continue by saying his age is 30 years old. What is that thing I will write first after this variable? Thank you. You are getting it. You are getting it. Comma. Once I'm done with this, I go again by saying he is, comma. What am I going to write? Lecturer's age, comma. Are you getting that? Years old, comma. Are we getting that now? Now, he earns up to $30 million per annum. Let's do it together. What am I going to write first? Double quote. Thank you. What is going to be inside the double quote? Hmm? Thank you. Continue. Are the one teaching me now, please? He earns close. Let me do Alt Z. Alt Z. It cuts the code down. He earns close to what? I'm not going to write 30 million. Don't forget. A comma. Yes. It goes what? Salary. Thank you. Okay. Yes, that's good. He earns close to 30. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Continue. I want to now write he owns close to 400 laptops in his house. What am I going to do? No, I want to put something. Dollars. Don't forget dollars. Yes, there's going to be either dollars, right? Or we put dollar here. We can cheat it by doing this. Do you know that, right? Everybody, do you know that? Look at this. What? Watch. Years old. Wait, I'm not supposed to even cut this place because they are still string, right? Everybody, am I right? They are still string. Years old, like is 30 years old. Then it can continue. He earns close to, can you see that? The dollar sign will show before what? Before what? Thank you. Thank you. That is exactly what I want to do. It will show before the lecturer salary. Now, what did I say I want to write about laptops? It's going to be a string again. He owns a laptop of about over. Okay, who can tell me what I need to put next? Thank you. What next? Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate this. When my students start teaching me, then I start getting happy. Lecturer's laptop. Then I want to continue to add to the back of the laptop and say in his house. What am I going to do? Thank you. Continue, continue, don't stop, please. Thank you. Finish it. Thank you. Please, everybody clap for yourself. Please clap for yourself. If you don't clap, I won't continue. Please clap for yourself. I'm serious about this. Clap for yourself, please. You guys made me proud. So I'm going to run this. If it goes and have an error, everybody in this class is giving me 1,000 naira for recharge card. Play this thing actually runs right now. So let's do that. Python comments. Let's put it there. Is it running? Is it going to run? Is it not going to run? Wow. This thing works. It works. Just that the value we put here is just what cost a little thing. So he said, I know of a man. His name is what? Mr. Simeon. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Okay. I know of a man. His name is Mr. Simeon. He is 30 years old. He earns close to $30 million. He owns a laptop of about 400 in his house. So this thing ran perfectly. The only thing you need to do is to go and remove the commas here and leave the 30 million values. So control tick, clear screen, run it again. Now I think it's a little bit better now. Another man, his name is Mr. Simeon. He is 30 years old. He earns close to $30 million. He owns a laptop of about over 400 in his house. Do we all get that now? Do you all get that now? So I'm going to give you guys the classwork, and I want you guys to do this in this class, and you guys should tell me the answer of what you do. So I'm going to call this class task. So write a Python program that displays the name. Please, I want you guys, no matter what you are using, either a phone or Jupyter notebook or anything, I want you guys to show me your screen, and please, I need to see the output. I just need to see how you wrote it. I'm concerned about syntax now. So write a Python program that displays the name of your favorite person in your family, and let it display, or you can make it a secondary school teacher, please. If you don't want fight to happen in your house, please put your secondary school teacher's name here. Write a Python program that displays the name of your favorite teacher in your secondary school, please, or your university. Your favorite lecturer. You can put my name there too, please, if you don't have anyone in your head. Name of your favorite lecturer in your university, and let it display is that is number one. Display number one is his or her name, his or her name, her states of origin, her state of origin, her I'm coming. Let me find something I want to ask. Okay, where she stays or where he stays. Let me say his or her location. And lastly, why you love him or her. That is what we call character. So I will help you. I'll still hold your hands now. So I should be expecting what something called character here equals to lovely, such as accommodating or teaches well. You understand? That is character. Please don't forget when you are using such words like this, don't forget you should add what? This, or else you will have an error. After this class, I will not remind you again. No. Once I teach string, integer, I will not remind you again. Do we all agree we can do this? Do we all agree we can do this? Okay, let's do that. Write a Python program that displays the name of your favorite lecturer in your university, and let it display number one, his name, number two, his or her state of origin, and number three, his or her location, and lastly, why you love him or her. The reason why I love my lecturer is because he's very accommodating. The reason why I love my lecturer is because he understands me a lot, or he knows how to teach a lot. So your your time starts now. You can pause this video and try to make an attempt, and once you are done, this is just 5 minutes and we are rounding up the class by me giving a solution to this. Thank you. 5 minutes. Let's have that now. Start now. Okay, so this is your screen. Explain what you did there. No, you have gone too far, and this is not even what I thought. Hmm. Enter your first name, Mr. Sheung. Enter your state of origin, Lagos. Enter your location, Ikeja. Input your character is good. Mr. Sheung is from Lagos, lives in Ikeja is good. This is not actually what I thought. You have gotten into input statements. I didn't teach input statement. I've not gotten there at all. We are still in our first program. We are still in our first this thing. So we're just teaching how to write a string plus an input, like a string plus a variable. That's just all. Okay, let me give you the solution and you see what I'm trying to teach here.
All right.
I don't want you guys to, what we all agree on is we agree on having a very strong Python background. You understand? We all agree on having a very strong Python background. I'm going to be giving you a very strong Python background. So there's not going to be anybody using ChatGPT here. There's not going to be anybody using any kind of AI here. It's going to be pure what you wrote from your head. and it means you understood it. Now this is the solution. That is why I said whenever you are writing a Python program, please, is everybody with me? Please, I want to know, please. Is everybody with
Yes,
me?
sir.
Thank you. Let me share my thank you. I don't know why didn't you guys share me your screen. That's why I said it's not going to be. We are still going to get to where you are, Madam Alaba. But for now, we are just writing a simple single, just one line, a line of Python program that will just print out all these things on the screen. That's just all. Now, watch it. This is just the answer. Write a Python program that displays the name of your favorite lecturer. So the first thing to do is to say lecturer's name or fav fav lecturer name. What's the favorite lecturer name? The favorite lecturer's name could be anything like, let me say, Miss Alaba. That's number one. We are done. That's why I said algorithm is needed. You need algorithm. You have to put it one by one in your university and let it display one his name. That's his name. Number two, his state of origin. So Miss Alaba is from Lagos State. Now I'll say state. Let me just go state. I don't want to do too much. State of origin is Lagos State. That's a string. Number three, his location. His location. Location is still string. I can say location is Ikeja. And why do you love him or her? As I say, I told you character. Character is still, I can say, accommodating. Accommodating. That's all. Just like what I put up here. Just like what I put up here. I just want you to know how to write all these things and write out a long, reasonable Python print statement. So let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm going to do print. It says, are we following? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, look, I'm going to be printing. This is just all I just need you guys to do. Print is not supposed to take more than 2 minutes. I'm not going to ask you any question beyond what I already have on the screen that I've taught you guys. I'm not going to have any question beyond that. It's what I gave you. I'm going to be asking for something similar. So print my favorite lecturer's name is, then I go straight, comma. What is lecturer's favorite name variable? It goes fav, right? Right? Am I correct? Nobody's answering.
Yes.
I'm right. My favorite lecturer's name is what? Miss Alaba. Then another question mark comma goes and say this is string again, which says she is from comma. What is the variable for the state? What's the variable for the state? State. Madam Alaba, you see what I'm doing?
Yes, I see that, sir.
This is exactly what I wanted you to do, and I want you to do it again. She is from state, and please, I want you to submit it on the group. She's from state, and what is location? Presently, she lives in comma. What is the presently? Okay, location, comma. Then you're going to be putting I love her because she is. What am I going to put there, please, everybody? Thank you. You have got what I just wanted you to do now. I didn't want you to go and start doing input statements. I can never teach you what I believe you don't know it. So that is not what I wanted to teach you. So I cannot test you with what I've taught you. Maybe you understood it. That's just it. I'm telling you. I'm not going to ask you to write what I've not taught you, even though you know it. So let's run this and let's see. We have something called Mr. Simeon age, and we have a print here. Let's comment it out. Control forward slash. Let's comment this one too out. Control forward slash. Then we'll go to leaving only this. Leaving only this. So I'm going to run it. Control tick. Control prime. Then I'm going to be typing what is the name of the file. Comment. And I'll say Python space comments dot py. Enter. Everybody, this is just what I wanted you to do. My favorite lecturer's name is Miss Alaba. She is from Lagos State. Presently, she lives in Ikeja. I love her because she is accommodating. This is exactly what I want you guys to do. I am not asking beyond what I've not taught you guys. This is exactly what I want you guys to do. Hope with this solution that I did now, hope you are able to understand what I want you guys to do now.
Yes.
Okay, so if I give you an assignment now, you guys can solve the assignment. Hmm? By tomorrow, I'll be dropping an assignment on the group tomorrow morning by God's grace. If I didn't drop it by 10, please, somebody should remind me. By 10 o'clock tomorrow, somebody should remind me and tell me, please, sir, you've not dropped the assignment yet until now. So I'll be able to write the assignment. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much. That is all for today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.